the University Vice President, Associate Professor Dr. Châu Đình Thành.
The academic partners. Bicol University, headed by Dr. Arnulfo Mascareñas. Burafa University, headed by Dr. Supasin Tawisak. Holy Trinity University, headed by Sister Marian Alaga. Lyceum of the Philippines University, Manila, headed by Dr. Jennifer Tugpi. Mountain Province State University, headed by Dr. Edgar Cue. Philippine Normal University, headed by Dr. Antriman Orleans. Polytechnic Pixie Ganisha, headed by Dr. Prihartono. Quezon City University, headed by Dr. Teresita Atienza. Universidad de Manila, headed by Dr. Felma Carlos Tria. And the University of Perpetual Help System, Dalia, Dr. Eduardo C. Jalcita. The conference speakers.
The keynote speakers, Professor Dr. Chi Xin Chiang, Assistant Director, UNESCO International Research and Training Center for Rural Education, Beijing, China. Dr. Trần Nam Tú, Deputy Director, Department of Science, Technology and Information, Ministry of Education and Training, Vietnam.
The APCOR Advisory Council. APCOR Managing Director, Professor Dr. Residon P. Bernarte. APCOR Executive Director, Associate Professor Witawat Changyam. And APCOR Chairman, Professor Ir Dr. Mod Jailani bin Modnor. Please remain standing for the Vietnam National Anthem and Invocation.
to shower this noteworthy conference with guidance, wisdom, and reason. May the powerful Creator make this conference a venue where friendship rather than animosity among the participants is cultivated. May this gathering of intellectuals from the Asia-Pacific region expand opportunities to explore ways on how to address head-on problems and complexities that surround the world. And may this conference spark intellectual development that would contribute immensely to the refinements of various fields and disciplines. We implore the Almighty to provide all the participants with openness of mind and of heart to accept the things that might provide fine-tuning of each one's intellectual exploration. May the Almighty grant the participants humility in treating praises and adulations, and may they remain magnanimous in sharing their great ideas to broaden the discourses. We plead the Almighty to grant the organizers with patience, fortitude, and the value of orderliness to successfully bring this conference to its most noble objective. And may the organizers continue to foster and promote important academic excellence within and outside the Asia-Pacific region. We plead the Creator to keep safe all the organizers, participants, and those who supported this endeavor. And may they be showered with immeasurable blessings. We most humbly offer our gratitude, praises, and obedience. We beseech the Almighty to shower this noteworthy conference
A new wave of scholars, educators, and researchers is rising, united by a shared vision of a sustainable future. The Asian Graduate Studies Summit, or AGRAS, is one of APCOR's flagship initiatives, an academic event that began in 2024 to promote rigorous interdisciplinary exchange in graduate research. This year, AGRAS journeys to the vibrant city of Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, in partnership with Ho Chi Minh University of Technology and Education. With the theme, Bridging Knowledge to Action, this year's summit spotlights the power of graduate education to lead transformative change across the region. AGRAS offers more than a platform for academic discourse. It is a catalyst for action where research meets reality and ideas grow into impact. Anchored on the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, the summit empowers participants to co-create solutions to the myriad of challenges that beset the world today. Through insightful presentations, immersive discussions, and cross-cultural exchange, the summit aspires to confront socio-political, economic, and ecological challenges, not in isolation, but through collective action and shared vision. Let us build bridges of knowledge, inspire transformative research, and advance the mission of graduate education as a potent force for sustainable change. This is AGRAS 2025. And together, let us turn knowledge into action.
To help us truly feel the culture spirit of our country. Let's enjoy a singing and dancing performance entitled Việt Nam, đất nước tuyệt vời, roughly translated as Vietnam, a wonderful country, composed by Trường Huy. Please welcome the talented students of TCM team from Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education.
tình người, nụ cười tươi chào đón bạn bè năm châu. Cất tiếng hát với bao niềm vui và sẽ giữ mãi trong tim mỗi người. Việt Nam ơi, đất nước tuyệt vời.
Tà áo ai nhẹ bay, làn tóc em tựa mây, đôi gót ngà và nụ cười ngất ngây.
Kính ngàn lời
kia sông ngân trên đôi bài thơ,
nghe chiều rơi trên nền nhà giàu, về đến Minh Kiều dịu dàng chiếc áo bà hoa. Hãy đến với quê hương của tôi, một đất nước chứa chan tình người, nụ cười tươi chào đón bạn bè năm châu. Niềm vui và sẽ giữ mãi trong tim mỗi người. Việt Nam ơi, còn mãi trong trái tim tôi. Dịu dàng chiếc áo bà ba. Hãy đến với quê hương của tôi, một đất nước chứa chan tình người, nụ cười tươi chào đón bạn bè năm châu. Cất tiếng hát với bao niềm vui và sẽ giữ mãi trong tim mỗi người. Việt Nam ơi, còn mãi trong trái tim tôi. Hãy đến với quê hương của tôi, một đất nước chứa chan tình người, nụ cười tươi chào đón bạn bè năm châu. Cất tiếng hát với bao niềm vui và sẽ giữ mãi trong tim mỗi người. Việt Nam ơi, còn mãi trong trái tim tôi. Việt Nam ơi, còn mãi trong trái tim tôi. Việt Nam ơi, đất nước tuyệt vời.
Wow, what a phenomenal performance indeed. Again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education students. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. Great morning to everyone. Can you please look at your seatmate and say, you look gorgeous, or you look stunning, right? There you go. And of course, again, welcome to the Asian Graduate Studies Summit, or AGRAS 2025, with the theme, Bridging Knowledge to Action, Transformative Graduate Education and Research for a Sustainable Asia.
We would like to welcome our distinguished guests, graduate students, academicians, innovators, policymakers, and industry experts to this very special event organized by APCOR, the Asia Pacific Consortium of Researchers and Educators, together with Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education.
Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, we would like to also recognize our delegates from Vietnam, Philippines, Cambodia, wow, Malaysia, China, Thailand, India, Russia, South Korea, Pakistan, Ethiopia, and Nigeria, both online and on-site. Indonesia. And of course, welcome to the beautiful country of Vietnam. So why don't we introduce ourselves?
Okay, so let me introduce myself first. My name is Sương Hoàng from Faculty of Foreign Languages, Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education.
All right, and I'm Dr. Dennis Odumrique from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines.
We are very honored to lead you through this 3-day special event in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. And I'm sure that we're going to have a very productive and meaningful 3 days ahead of us. But for now, to give us a glimpse of the activities prepared for us by APCOR and Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education, let us call on stage the Managing Director of APCOR, Professor Dr.
Rasidon Bernarte.
Thank you. Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, academic partners, fellow educators, researchers, and participants, a very warm welcome to the Asian Graduate Studies Summit 2025 here in the vibrant city of Ho Chi Minh. It is with great joy and deep purpose that we gather today under the theme, Bridging Knowledge to Action, Transformative Graduate Education for Sustainable Asia. This gathering is not simply another academic convention. It is a collective declaration of intent. It is a shared conviction that the power of graduate education must be redirected, re-energized, and reimagined to respond to the pressing demands of our time. The world around us is changing in a pace and scale that compels us to rethink the structures of knowledge production. From the complexities of climate change to the transformations brought by artificial intelligence, from the challenges of public health to the evolving dynamics of governance, our universities, our graduate programs, and our research communities must no longer operate in silos. We must break barriers, cross disciplines, and move from knowledge to action. AGRAS 2025 is response to this call. Across 4 dynamic days, this summit brings together an extraordinary community of scholars, professionals, and thought leaders. And our research communities must no longer operate in that sense that we are compartmentalized. We must break barriers and move towards sustainability. We owe the realization of this gathering to many hands and minds. To our co-organizer and host, the Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education, under the leadership of its president, our good friend, Associate Professor Dr. Lee Hugh Giang, and the dynamic team of Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology, thank you so much. To our academic partners, the Lyceum of the Philippines University, Manila, the Mountain Province State University, Bicol University, Quezon City University, the Philippine Normal University, University of Perpetual Health System Dalta, Universidad de Manila, Holy Trinity University, Burapa University, and the Polytechnic Pixie Ganesha and other partners from the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Cambodia, Thailand, and China. To the APCOR International Advisory Council, our chairman, Professor Dr. Maud Jailani bin Mudnor, our executive director, Associate Professor Dr. Witawat Jangiam, the APCOR Advisory Council members, the APCOR Management Committee, thank you for the continued support to our great mission of fostering dynamic community of scholars and educators dedicated to advancing research, education, and innovation across the Asia-Pacific region. To our speakers, panelists, workshop facilitators, session chairs, committee members, and volunteers, your expertise and energy shape every layer of this summit. And to all our participants and more than 400 paper presenters, both on-site and online, your presence here signals a commitment, not just a dialogue, but to action. Let me now walk you through the 4-day journey that awaits us. May 20 marked the arrival of our on-site participants from various countries. Delegates have been billeted, and we had a long day preparing for today's opening ceremonies. Once again, thank you so much to Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education for your generosity and partnership. This preparatory day sets tone for our collaborative spirit. Day 1, today, May 21st, begins with our formal opening ceremonies and compelling keynote address that aims to reframe transformative role of graduate education in changing world. This will be followed by our first plenary roundtable discussion featuring thought leaders who will articulate future scenarios in graduate education and reflect on pedagogical innovation in the age of sustainability. This afternoon, we'll witness the significant milestones, the signing of Memorandum of Understanding among 30 institutions, our academic partners from the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Cambodia, Malaysia, China, Thailand, and Russia. This will signal our shared commitment for cross-border collaboration in graduate education and research. Simultaneously, by 1 p.m., here in Vietnam, but 12 noon in the Philippines, online paper presentation will commence, allowing our more than 200 virtual participants and paper presenters to contribute as scholarly insights on global and regional issues. This will be followed by the Research Bootcamp, an essential learning feature of the summit, offering 5 intensive breakout sessions on topics ranging from research ethics and proposal writing to AI, data analytics, and storytelling in humanities. We will end this day with our welcome dinner and social, a cultural and collegial gathering to celebrate our coming together. Day 2, May 22, begins with a second keynote and plenary roundtable, deepening our conversation in linking research with policy, equity, and technological advancement. The afternoon will highlight our on-site parallel paper presentation featuring over 100 SDG-aligned research outputs spanning disciplines from climate resilience and inclusive education to innovation management and public governance. Day 3 opens with a plenary session by invited global experts who will shape experiences of translating research into action, particularly in the context of university-industry partnership and sustainability transition. In the afternoon, our participants will take part in a campus tour here in the university and will have the opportunity for networking, meetings, and dialogues. This is designed to foster new academic linkages and interdisciplinary alliances. We will conclude the day with awarding and closing ceremonies where outstanding paper presenters and contributors will be honored. Finally, Day 4, May 24, offers unique opportunity to engage with Vietnam's vibrant culture and heritage through our cultural tour. For our participants who registered early, this tour is not merely a leisure activity, but a vital reminder that sustainability must be rooted in cultural appreciation and local knowledge. Let us not allow this summit to be just an event. Let it be a turning point. Let it mark the beginning of new collaboration, new policies, new research direction, and renewed purpose in graduate education. Let it ignite each other deeper resolve to place sustainability, equity, innovation, and shared responsibility at the heart of what we teach, research, and lead. So today, as we begin this intellectual journey together, I invite all of you not only to engage, but to co-create. Let this summit be our shared platform for planting ideas that will grow into lasting change across our institutions and communities. Welcome to AGRAS 2025, where collaboration meets innovation. Let us move forward together. Maraming salamat, kapun ka, akun, terima kasih, come on, shishi. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bernacte. It's very difficult to pronounce your name, especially the letter R, you know? We don't have such a tongue-rolling R in Vietnamese language. So we are all very excited when we listen to the introduction of the activities prepared for us in the next 3 days. And I believe that we are now very, very looking forward to it, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, ACRAS 2025 is privileged to be organized by two esteemed organizations, EPCOR and the Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education. And of course, this event will not be possible if we don't have the firm support and the hard work of the officials and staff of the Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education, who have been working so hard to make this event possible and to make this a pleasant and fruitful experience for all of us. It is expected that the president of Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education will be here for the welcome remark, but it is unfortunately that he had an emergency last night and he couldn't make it today. So he would like to send a sincere apology to all of the distinguished guests together with the participants of the conference today. And ladies and gentlemen, now to formally welcome us to this wonderful gathering, we are honored to invite the visionary and the dedicated Vice President of Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education, Associate Professor Dr. Châu Đình Thành, to the stage for his welcome remark. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, and dear students. On behalf of Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education, it is with great pleasure and deep appreciation that I welcome you all to the Asian Graduate Study Summit 2025, hosted by Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education, with the theme, Bridging Knowledge to Action, Transformative Graduate Education and Research for a Sustainable Asia. This summit marks not only a celebration of academic excellence, but also a powerful reminder of our shared commitment to fostering innovation, interdisciplinary research, and regional collaboration across Asia. In a time when our society faces complex global challenges, from climate change and sustainable development to the ethical use of artificial intelligence, AGRAD 2025 will provide a platform where brilliant minds of scholars from many countries come together to exchange ideas, challenge boundaries, and shape a better future through education and research. As HCM UTE, we are proud to be part of this important dialogue. As one of Vietnam's leading institutions in engineering, technology, and education, we believe in empowering the next generation of researchers to become leaders, innovators, and change makers. Your presence here today reinforces the idea that Asian collaboration is not only possible, it is essential. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all our international partners, participating university, keynote speakers, and organizing members, especially Asia Pacific Consortium of Researchers and Educators, for their invaluable contribution to AGRAD 2025. I encourage each of you to see this opportunity to engage with the new idea, to build meaningful networks, and to let your research resonate far beyond the academic world. Let us make AGRAD 2025 not just a summit, but a spark that ignites during partnership and lifelong inspiration. Thank you, and I wish you all successful, stimulating, and memorable summits.
Xin cảm ơn, Dr. Tang. Thank you. Again, another round of applause. Thank you, Dr. Tang, for representing Dr. Kyang and for that warm and inspiring message. Now, we would also like to take this moment to acknowledge the tireless efforts of Associate Professor Dr. Van Phong Vu, along with his dynamic team, whose dedication from day one has helped bring AGRAS 2025 to life. Let's give them a round of applause. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, to officially open the AGRAS 2025, we are honored to welcome a distinguished leader whose vision and commitment have shaped the direction of this year's event. Please join me in welcoming Associate Professor Dr. Witawat Jangyam, the Dean of the Graduate School at Borava University and the Chair of AGRES 2025.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great honor to welcome you all to the Asian Graduate Studies Summit 2025, or AGRES 2025, which is here in the heart of Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam this year. This is for the intellectual leaders of our time. This is a point where the innovation and the tradition meet, where the history and the future meet, and where the theory and the practice meet. As the sun rises goes on in this summit, we are very happy. We are not only taking a part, but we are also walking through the path to change the lens, to change the future of Asia to the lens of sustainable development goal. This meeting isn't like any others. It's a symphony of minds. It's a meeting of ideas and a celebration of endless possibilities about graduate research. The theme of our conference, Bridging Knowledge into Action, is not just a banner to bring us all here together, but it's a clear call of action to start a search of knowledge beyond boundaries and fields. We have almost 500 participants, researchers here. All of them are from Asian country. They are come together into this hall both on site and online. We have also presidents from Asian universities here with us. As the summits go on, every moment have a chance to learn and grow from the keynote session and lively debate on parallel session and roundtable discussion. And also we have research presentation. We not just talk, but we share the news information. We can get the new ideas and new opportunities. And we also have research bootcamp and master classes. The theory is put into practice, and everything turned into tools that can change things. To Managing Director, Dr. Rasedon Bernate, and also his team, and also Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education, and also the AppCore team. And thank you very much. Thank you for your effort. And this big success conference cannot be making without your effort. Thank you for your time, your energy, your teamwork. To participants, do you know what will happen of this conference? What the real result can be seen from this conference? You are not only learn new things, but you can make new connections. We can work together and find new ways to achieve the sustainable development goal to serve for the Asia people and beyond. So let's, as a result, let us start this journey together by open our heart with mind and everything will come from, all the possibility will come into us. Thank you very much. And people should remember that A-Class 2025 is not just only the place that brings us all here today, but people will see it's a turning point that will long-term grow for the better future of Asia and the world. The summit should start now.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chiang Chiam. Thank you so much for that encouraging message and also for your leadership as the chair of A-Class 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now very honored to hear from another key figure of this summit today, someone who has consistently championed the regional collaboration in education and research. Please welcome Professor Ear Dr. Moj Jailani bin Moj Noor of University Technikam Malaysia, chairman of APCOR, to deliver his opening message.
Distinguished guests, respected academic partners, esteemed keynote speakers, fellow educators, scholars, researchers, and students. A very good morning to all of you. It is indeed an honor to welcome you to the ASEAN Graduate Studies Summit 2025, a gathering that transcends borders and disciplines in pursuit of a singular aim to bridge knowledge to action and to champion a model of graduate education that is both transformative and sustainably driven. The summit's theme, Bridging Knowledge to Action, Transformative Graduate Education for Sustainable Asia, is more than a guiding phrase. It is an imperative across Asia. We are confronted with unprecedented transitions: ecological, technological, demographic, and economic. The Sustainable Development Goals compel us not only to understand these shifts, but to craft solutions that are inclusive, responsive, and grounded in real human needs. And in that endeavor, graduate education holds a unique and urgent responsibility. This summit gathers us not just to exchange ideas, but to interrogate them. It challenges us to examine how our academic programs, research agendas, and institutional structures prepare future leaders to tackle poverty, injustice, inequality, environmental degradation, and digital disruption. It calls on us to ask, how can the research we conduct in our laboratories, lecture halls, and field sites become the lifeblood of a sustainable community? At APCOR, since 2013, we believe that no institution, no country, no scholar can do this alone. That is why we have championed regional and global partnerships from Vietnam to Philippines, from Cambodia to China, from Indonesia to Russia. These alliances are not symbolic, they are strategic, grounded in shared aspirations and designed to activate collaborative innovations. Over the next 4 days, AGRAS 2025 will serve as a vibrant forum to celebrate what we have accomplished and to chart the course forward. We will hear from trailblazing researchers, thought leaders in education reform, practitioners integrating AI and analytics in their work, and visionaries crafting SDG-aligned policies in their institutions. Let this summit be a space for generative tension, where questions matter as much as answers, and where collaboration becomes the currency of relevance. To our hosts, the Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education, under the dynamic leadership of President Lee Hugh Giang, thank you for opening doors and your city to this remarkable community. To our partners, plenary speakers, session chairs, and paper presenters, thank you for your continuous effort, the torch of academic rigor, social commitment, and regional solidarity. But even more importantly, to each participant here, whether you are presenting your first research project or coordinating a national strategy, know that your voice matters. Your insight can inspire, and your engagement can shift conversations into commitments. As we begin this summit, let us be guided by a shared vision that graduate education in Asia must not be confined to the ivory tower. It must reach classrooms, communities, industries, and governments. It must fuel sustainability, not only in theory, but also in practice. Let this be the moment for step forward, not just as institution, but as a consortium of hope, courage, and collective purpose. Together, let us bridge knowledge to action. Together, let us shape a more just, sustainable, and inclusive Asia. Thank you, and welcome to AGRAS 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bin Modnor. Thank you very much for your inspiring message and steadfast leadership, Dr. Bin Modnor. Indeed, we cannot do this alone, right? We need partnership, alliances, connections, and collaborative and collective efforts for more sustainable Asia. Can you please tell your seatmate, we're in this together? You can do a high five, shake hands, or just smile at your, seatmate. All right, thank you so much for participating. Okay, so one of the highlights or defining strengths of AGRAS 2025 is the remarkable caliber of its speakers. Visionaries and trailblazers, as coined by Dr. Bin Modnor, in their respective fields. Among them are our distinguished keynote speakers. Let us now turn our attention to our first keynote speaker through this special video presentation. Let's watch this.
Our
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah. Good morning. I'm very welcome all of you to join a very important event in Ho Chi Minh City. Unfortunately, I have a very important meeting at the Central Party this afternoon, so I cannot arrange my time to go to Ho Chi Minh. So through the online presentation, I have a short brief in the more or less 20 minutes to share with you about how it bringing knowledge to the action, the sustainable research for the Asian immersion global roles. Yeah, as you may know, I'm work at the Department of Science, Technology, and Information of the Ministry of Education and Training. More or less 12 years. Now, it's very welcome all of you to the. My presentation focus on the four main points: the Asian Ocean global roles, sustainable resource, bringing knowledge to action, and some example in Vietnam. And as you know, in the Asian economy's contribution is very important for the world. It's nearly 60% of the global GDP share, and also the same level with the global trade value. And the population of the Asian is quite high in the contributing with the global population. And for the rapid growth and the growth inclusion, and you can see the chart. You can see in the country like China, India, Japan in Asian economies, and the fast growth in the past year. From the 2019 to 2024, there's a average GDP growth contains in our parts of the around 33.3% in compare with in the world, and also you can for the regarding to the leadership in the innovation and technology in the ASEAN, in the global leader in the AI and semiconductor chip manufacturer and 5G and the next generation network and renewable energy and actually vehicle. And you know, in the the ASEAN Committee, ASEAN is 23 in ASEAN account for the over 44% of global R&D expenditure in comparison with the American and Arab. And also the outcome of the research, if they look like the patent or the scientific outcome in Asia, also occupies quite high in the world. And you can list some the country, the high ranking in the Global Innovation Index 2024, like Singapore, the South Korea, China, India, and my country. My country is ranked 46 in around in regarding to the innovation and technology, and also. But you know, in the now Vietnam, we have a very big strategy and a big direction for to develop the innovation, technology, and the information transformation. And also we have we have information look like the Japan, South Korea, Singapore, and Vietnam. they have a very interest and for the national policy to develop the focus on the clean energy, climate change, and sustainable smart city as well. And for the sustainable research, and we can see and why we need the sustainable research in Asia. I think that we have many answer to that. But in the some key point we got regarding to the climate change vulnerability. The ASEAN is the highest airports climate-related disaster, including the typhoon, drought, and dry in the summer. Is Vietnam, including another country, look like the Bangladesh, Philippines. We have is many risks and many from the natural disaster, and also the second point in the population. The population is quite quick growth in the past year, and in the look like some country in the pollution is a very that is a very big point either with the many countries, including the Vietnam and Asia. And biodiversity loss, this look like the evidence we can see from the many recent deforestation, in habitat fragmentation, and over exploitation from the natural resources. So that is and also the population and urban growth. That is very hot point, not only in many countries, but also in Vietnam as well. We have very urban development as well. And what is the sustainable research term in Asia? So, and now in the same with the Asia country, we very focused on some fields of the research, look like the renewable energy, look like the sustainable agriculture and green urban development. And how to bring the knowledge to the action. The challenge is, and hopefully it's I have it. Where this? Oh, I'm so sorry because I have the small mistake. Try this. The first, we think in the challenge in the translating research to the real world solution. That is the main point we want into the academic research into the practice, impact solution remaining its signature challenge in the worldwide. And the second point, this strong research outputs several barriers in hidden transition from the theory to the application. And also the limited industry academic collaboration. That is a very big gap into the communication and consensus between the researchers and the business. Often the result of research that the lack of commercial and practice revelation. And many innovations stay in the academic institution before industry partners are not engaged early in the process. And the next point, we also say in the social, cultural, and contact gaps. The solution developed in the laboratory and not fully consider the local behaviors, the cultural or the social economic conditions that lead to the poor adoptions. And the lack of the community involvement in the research process can the research in the solution that are the technical solved but the social disconnected. And also the rich technology transfer ecosystem, that is the challenge regarding to the many institutions of technology transfer office or commercial pathway as well. And skill and capacity of the research is the main lack of the business skill, network, and interdisciplinary training, and you need to bring the knowledge to the markets. And so the practitioner may not have a capacity to interpret and apply as well. And also another challenge, we also focus on the policy barrier, and in the research, the finding is not aligned with the existing regulation in our policy and slow government approve the process. And also in some country, they have a lack of the policy to delay scale in the innovative technology and social program. And the one is quite the important challenge. And we also recognize the funding and research, the contract. The traditional research request in the quite significant investment, and the markets, the stage, and the funding from the government and from the business sector and from the sponsors outside of the country. It's a very important point. And how is it that I think the first win the strength industry academic government collaboration. I would say a little bit about this. We know that is the very important point, how to make the role of the government involved with the cooperation between the industry and academies. How the government can offer the research idea, the research result from the industry and academies, and how is the industry sector can meet the request, can meet the capacity of from academy, from the university. So that is a very important point. We also want to bring the research, the result of research from the university through the industry, through the governments to the industry. And the next point, we also enhance technology transfer infrastructure. That is very important because not only in our country but also in the many countries we have a visit in the many at the university. They're very low, very poor technology, and poor the lab for the why in the requirement of the social of the economy, they need the very high technology for the development, but for the infrastructure is not enough the capacity for to apply for that. And also then in the people in the lack of the capacity for the in impact orientation research, and like the researcher, and they have a very good skill for the knowledge, skill and knowledge for the research, but in the lack of the skill for the transfer or another thing. So that is important, is why we have to we develop, establish the research team or research group to solve with the problem. And also the research priority and the national and global growth, that is very important, is because now in the also in Vietnam we have a strategy for develop in the very focus on what are the research what are the priority of the research. We focus on the AI, focus on the biodiversity, focus on the renewable energy, focus on the strategy technology like the 5G, internet, blah blah. So I think that is important to focus on. And it's coming to the final my presentation. I have just shared the two case study regarding to the research on the salt tolerant rice variable in the Mekong Delta. You know, in the that it this is the based on the new technology. So the products of productivity of the rice in the have improved through the we have effects by the saltwater intrusion. And yes, and that is the research from the university. And the university, they have the for the people to do the research, and also from the funding from the government and the business sector, they combine and do the research, and the result of the research and is combined with the model from the three sector, university, government, and business. So thank you very much for your listening.
So let's give him another big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, although Dr. Trần Nam Tú cannot join us in person, but we are truly grateful for all the insights and the information that he has shared with us today. So once again, thank you very much, Dr. Trần Nam Tú. And
Thank you very much.
A-Class 2025 now would like to award a plaque of appreciation to Dr. Trần Nam Tú, but it's a pity that he is not here with us today, so allow us to call on stage Associate Professor Dr. Châu Đình Thành, the Vice President of Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education, to receive the plaque of appreciation from A-Class 2025. And we would also like to call on stage the APCOR officials, Dr. Giang Giam and Dr. Jailani bin Một Nor, to award the plaque of appreciation to Dr. Châu Đình Thành on behalf of Dr. Trần Nam Tú.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we are now pausing for a 15-minute break, and we have prepared some refreshment for you at the back of the conference hall. So feel free to unwind yourself with some tea and coffee, and we will be back in 15 minutes. Thank you and see you later.
does it take to be happy? How many times do you have to feel lonely before you get the chance to meet someone, before you get to meet someone like you? How many songs can you write about heartbreak, how to go?
May we kindly ask everyone to return to their seats as we resume with the next segment of our program. Again, may we kindly ask everyone to return to their seats as we resume with the next segment of our program. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our program. Hello. Hi. Did you enjoy your 15-minute break? If yes, can you do the finger heart like this, everyone? Finger heart. All right. Thank you so much. And that's good to know that you enjoyed your 15-minute break. Now, let me tell you this. Another much anticipated part of AGRAS 2025 are the round table discussions. Kicking off this series is a powerful conversation on the theme pedagogical innovations and sustainable research in graduate education, perils, pitfalls, and pearls. This session will be led by brilliant thought leaders from Vietnam, the Philippines, and Cambodia. Curious to know who they are? Let's watch this video.
Today's plenary roundtable gathers outstanding leaders in education. She has served as Dean of PUP's College of Education and the Graduate School and remains a respected voice in teacher education, curriculum reform, and higher education leadership. Joining the discussion is Professor Dr. Marie Paz E. Morales, Director of the Publication Office of the Philippine Normal University, a university professor and national research leader. She serves on CHED's technical panel for physics and has received multiple awards for her contributions to research, editorial leadership, and public science education. We also welcome His Excellency Dr. Kolfeng Vadana, Undersecretary of State at Cambodia's Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport, and Chief Executive Officer of Panyasastra University of Cambodia. With over 2 decades in public service and university administration, he has been instrumental in shaping Cambodia's vocational education strategies and institutional partnerships. Contributing to the discussion is Dr. Edgar G. Cue, President of the Mountain Province State Polytechnic University. A multi-awarded academic leader and accomplished entrepreneur, Dr. Cue holds multiple degrees in business, education, and public health. Under his presidency, MPSPU has achieved national and international recognitions, including high AACUP accreditations and placement in the WURI, or World University Rankings for Innovation. Also taking part is Dr. Jennifer D. Tukpi, Vice President for Academic Affairs at the Lyceum of the Philippines, University, Manila. With more than 30 years in higher education, Dr. Tukti has led initiatives in internationalization, curriculum modernization, and digital learning integration, playing a key role in shaping LPU's academic excellence. Rounding out the panel is Dr. Diep Phong Chi, a lecturer at Vietnam's Institute of Technical Education. She earned her PhD in Education Science from the Technical University of Dresden in Germany, and her research centers on PVET, vocational curriculum development, didactics, and online teaching, areas critical to the evolution of graduate education. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the discussants for our first roundtable discussion with the theme Pedagogical Innovations and Sustainable Research in Graduate Education, Perils, Pitfalls, and Pearls.
Hello, good morning. Yes, there's life. All right. So, good morning, esteemed colleagues. We stand at a pivotal moment in global education. Do you agree? So, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 4, with its ambitious target of ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all, serves as a powerful reminder of our shared commitment to educational advancement. So zooming into our ASEAN region, we see a collective push towards enhancing teacher quality and even student quality and fostering innovation in education. So initiatives across member states emphasize the critical role of well-prepared educators in achieving regional educational goals and ensuring our graduates are equipped with 21st century skills. So these global and regional imperatives, of course, takes on a unique and pressuring significance. So our journey in graduate education, as we strive to equip the next generation of educators and students, is deeply intertwined with these broader aspirations. So today, we gather to navigate the intricate landscape of pedagogical innovations and sustainable research, the twin engines that can drive us towards these goals. However, as we embark on this crucial endeavor, we must, of course, acutely be aware of the perils, pitfalls, and indeed the pearls that lie within this journey. So let us, of course, turn our attention to sustainable research, because in this particular area, we encounter a significant hurdle. And what could that be? It is limited research funding. Don't you agree? Yeah, I see the groans, I hear the groans. So compared to our ASEAN neighbors, the Philippines, where I come from, often lags in its investment in research and development, especially in higher education. So this constraint is highlighted in various reports by the Commission on Higher Education, which directly impacts the capacity of graduate education programs to produce robust and impactful research. Of course, another persistent pitfall will be the disconnect between research and practice. So too often, valuable research findings remain within the walls of the academia or even within the paper itself, failing to effectively inform classroom practices and policy decisions. This gap hinders the translation of knowledge into tangible improvements in our education system. But despite these challenges, we anticipate those pearls, which are the pearls of progress. And there is a growing emphasis on strengthening research ethics through institutional review boards and training programs in many Philippine universities. Moreover, initiatives promoting open access to research, such as increasing the number of local journals, adapting local access policies, are enhancing the visibility and potential impact of Filipino scholarship. So these efforts are crucial in fostering a culture of ethical and accessible research within graduate education. Hence, the path of pedagogical innovation and sustainable research in Philippine graduate education is fraught with perils and potential pitfalls, largely stemming from infrastructural limitations and the need for contextualization. So I guess many of our Philippine representatives here would agree to that. However, the ingenuity and dedication of Filipino educators and researchers are yielding valuable pearls, localized innovations, and a growing commitment to ethical and accessible research. As we move forward, it is imperative that we adopt a next or a context-sensitive approach, one that prioritizes equitable access and foster a robust ecosystem that bridges the gap between research and practice. By doing so, we can truly empower our future educators and contribute to meaningful advancement of graduate education. So with that, now I'm just setting the tempo for our roundtable discussion. Let us now turn our attention to the distinguished individuals who are here on stage, who will be lending us their expertise and insights to our roundtable discussion on pedagogical innovations and sustainable research in graduate education, perils, pitfalls, and pearls. So these thought leaders, representing diverse perspectives and a wealth of experience within the scope of their own national education landscape, will guide our exploration of this critical topic. So we are truly privileged to have them here today. A round of applause for them. So our first discussant is Dr. Maripaz E. Morales. As introduced earlier, she is the Director of the Publications Office of the Philippine Normal University. Her extensive research in academic publishing and deep understanding of research dissemination within the Philippine context will provide invaluable insights to ensuring a sustainability and impactful scholarly discussion about graduate education. We warmly welcome Dr. Morales.
Thank you, Dr. June. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So to the HCMUTE, the UPCOR Incorporated, to all researchers, presenters, participants, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, of course, I would like to give special mention to my colleagues from the Philippine Normal University. Kaway-kaway po dyan. Maraming salamat. So good morning. I would like to focus on reimagining or rethinking graduate education from the Philippine perspective. I will be focusing on some of the programs of my university, the Philippine Normal University, and particularly in science or of science education or STEAM education. So my title is Rethinking Graduate Education from Perils to Possibilities from the perspective of the Philippines, particularly the Philippine Normal University. Okay. It's not moving forward. So while we are waiting for the clicker to function, probably we can move on to the next slide. Okay, so hence there are some perils, pitfalls, and pearls in pedagogical innovations and sustainable research in Philippine context. Hence, let me focus on the concepts of future-proofing. Next slide, please. Future-proofing is described as the process of anticipating the future and developing methods of minimizing the effects of shocks and stresses of future events. It is basically used in industries such as electronics, medical industry, industrial design, and the design of climate change. Actually, this is a phenomenon which is really very important, not only in the Philippines, but also globally. It defines what teaching and learning modality we have. My university just provided a memorandum, university memorandum, regarding what kind of modality will we follow in cases where heat index reaches 42 degrees. Next, please. So when we say future-proofing, this refers to the ability of something to continue to be of value into the distant future. So here we are talking about our graduate students. Are we training them to be of value to the next generation? The concept of future-proofing, again, is a process of anticipating the future and developing methods of minimizing the effects of shocks and future events. Next slide. With this concept of future-proofing and graduate education, we wanted to aim for future-proof human capital as an effort towards sustainability. Now, what are some perils in pedagogical innovations and sustainable research? In the context of the Philippines, next slide, please. One of which will be transitioning to outcome-based education model. This happened when the Commission on Higher Education demanded universities to transition to OBE. So from teacher-centered to student-centered or learner-centered paradigm. So from the traditional perspective of fixed syllabus, lecture-heavy, and summative examinations, we transition to flexible competency-based learning, continuous improvement cycles, and student-centered assessments. During the time that we conducted a CHED-funded or nationally funded research titled TPAC in Philippines STEAM Education, we noticed that only about 40% of STEAM programs in the Philippines have converted to OBE. And some of my collaborators are here, Dr. Rasidon Bernarte, Dr. Levy over there, Dr. Randy Sagun. Okay. So moving forward, these are other perils. One would be faculty pushback. Of course, there will be an increased workload because of the new assessment schemes in OBE and difficulty in tracking student outcomes. But probably some of the responses, not only in our university, but in other universities where we visited during our 2017 to 2019 funded project, there were OBE trainings conducted within the universities. Other perils include lack of familiarity with OBE framework. How do we write measurable learning outcomes? So here, most universities that we have visited made use of mentoring program. Of course, there are skepticism about whether OBE truly improved learning. So probably right now we can see that by CHED's report in 2023, 60% already of HEIs are fully aligned with OBE standards. However, there's still a weak alignment between course outcomes and program goals. And some other universities which are not yet fully transitioned to OBE do have some insufficient faculty training. So we are eyeing for 100% probably. Further, some other perils, this is on sustainable research. There is a mismatch between research and national needs and goals, or international needs and goals. Now, in 2023 CHED data, or audit, 65% of graduate thesis or dissertations have no links to the following. NIBRA is our Department of Science and Technology National Integrated Basic Research Agenda. Department of Education's Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, and Commission on Higher Education's Quality Assurance for Graduate Programs. And so one of the consequences is failure of our student research to inform policy and industry needs. In the context of the Philippine Normal University, most of our graduate faculty and undergraduate faculty members follow a very good OBE template syllabus, where we also offer to students course frameworks. Here, we try to develop tasks or activities leading to formative activities leading to a final output, which is basically linked to national and international goals. One sample of that is this. Next slide, please. As you can see, this is the ideation part of research. I usually teach research subject in our graduate program. And so we start with the SDGs, which is basically the lower portion of our slide there. Okay, so the SDGs, and if you take a look at the SDG tracker for the Philippines, we can see what you call the indicators. The red portion pointing down means really challenged and decreasing. So probably that includes, or that can be identified as our source of international goals. For our national goals, we have our Pagtanaw 2050, and the Ambisyon Natin 2040. That's the context of the Philippines. And institutional agenda. But then, we also have to connect that to the problem issue and the action or plan or research plan of the students. Next, please. In the next slide, we can see some pitfalls on pedagogical innovations and sustainable research. And I summarize them as follows. One pitfall we can identify is over-reliance on technology during the pandemic. And this was really very difficult in science education. As a physics teacher, it's really very difficult for us. So, what we can do and possible solutions are as follows. We can adopt hybrid lab, theory online, and condensed in-person lab. That's what we're doing in our Faculty of Science, Technology, and Mathematics at the Philippine Normal University. Access disparities, that's one of the pitfalls. Connection issues, of course, everybody encounters this. Student preparedness and faculty preparedness. We had a research program entitled Educating Science Teachers for All. This is funded by the European Union, and we run the project from 2020 to 2024. And what we did was to advertise and train our teachers to use low-tech alternatives. Next, students going back please. Students' low confidence in lab skills reported post-pandemic. So what we can do is probable solutions, partner with other agencies like the OST SEI. SEI refers to Science Education Institute. In 2022 Program Compliance Audit Report, only 20% of Science MA programs requested waiving lab competencies due to online constraints. Now, if you can see in the partnership with other agencies, I just had a meeting with the Department of Science and Technology yesterday, and we were talking about launching 28 Philippine Science Centra all over the region. And so we are aiming for improving the 11 operational, opening up those 2 which are existing but are closed, and proposing new Philippine Science Centra in other regions. These science centers are usually housing science exhibits, STEM exhibits, to be able to attract teachers and students, to be able to engage them to pursue science careers. And this is very helpful to our graduate students as well, especially in the science education. These are some sample, next slide please, sample alternative technologies, low-tech alternatives that we used in ESTA training. You can do this if you can. You can get a 1 peso coin. Okay, so since it's already time, can you just focus on the last slide? Next, please. Next, please. Next, please. The pearls, okay. I have a summary of all of this. Please, next. Next, please. Okay, this is the summary of the perils, pitfalls, and pearls, and some replicable strategies that our audience can probably adopt in the context of their countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Morales. I really hate to cut you, but due to the exigency of time, we really need to pack it in. So, in essence, the key to what Dr. Morales said is alignment of the curriculum to national goals and then harmonizing it to student plans and goals. So our second discussant brings to us a crucial international perspective, especially to this discussion. We are honored to have with us this morning His Excellency Dr. Kolpeng Watana, the Undersecretary of State for the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport of the Kingdom of Cambodia. So let us welcome His Excellency Dr. Watana.
Still morning. Good morning. Morning. And I feel so delighted to be part of this educational event. And I feel blessed every time I step into educational event and promotion. I'm going to make it brief because I don't want the facilitators to remind me. Make it brief and then we can discuss, okay? And the controller, please kindly, when I ask you to click next. Before I start my slide presentation, I would like to let you all know that my slide will be different from researcher, because I'm basically my background from politics. So basically, I'm going to present my slide based on school in Cambodia, how it grows, and how important education changed the world. So before I start, I would like to wish to take a minute to quote Confucius. He once said that if your plan is for 1 year, plant rice. If your plan is for 10 years, plant trees. If your plan is for 100 years, educate children. This is what we do. Because without education, I don't think the world will move forward, because education brings us together like today. Could you please click forward, please? just basically, in Cambodia, our government put education as a top priority. We fund to education ministry more than any other ministries. And for the past 20 years, education in Cambodia has improved remarkably. Next, please. Here the statistics of the enrollment and education growth in Cambodia. I just talk about the 12th graders taking exam. If you see on the graph, like it's keep increasing every single year, just the past 5 years. Even the test passer, even we keep increasing and moving forward. It means it's a good sign for Cambodia because education it changed both life, individual life and community life, and possible change the world. And next, please. And also here we take education reform seriously in Cambodia. We have our master plan every 5 years. Every 5 years we have set our goal. If you see we start just the past 20 years or 25 years. We start from 2000 and we have 5-year plan and then we keep going every single year and then we keep improving and we produce a lot of human capital. We believe that when we talk about reform in education, there are all 4 people that play key role in changing and reform education. Of course, the government. The government has a clear policy how to produce and promote education. And then teachers play an important role, have the right skill, provide appropriate training so they can teach to children and educate college students. And also we cannot neglect the parents. The parents also have to involve in education. The parent can have a lot of money to send their children to good school, but if they don't participate, follow up their children or son or daughter, how they make progress in school, the education not gonna be much benefit for their children. And of course, students themselves, they have to have self-commitment and determination, do what it takes to learn, to reach their goal. They have to value education and stay in school, focus school. Yeah. Next, please. This is just talk briefly about the pedagogical innovation. Just like for real, because we live in digital age, people rely a lot of AI, and some students lack of discipline. This is a downside. And the pitfall is faculty, teachers, they think they're smart, they think they have a lot of knowledge, they refuse for training, offer training, and not many teachers participate in training. That's a sad side. However, the good side is that I just talk about the digital, the last point, digital tool and AI also change how we learn in school and how we learn in private life. Now, with the finger click or whatever you in your head, you just ask AI, a digital can provide you the right information. But also we cannot just rely on AI 100%. Okay, you talk about sustainable research, and there's always pros and cons. And too much research can add stress to researchers or to scholars if they don't know how to balance the time, the research, and have some good rest or meditation. It plays part a lot to reduce burnout. Pitfall, yes, some schools, they pressure their professor to publish. Quantity, they look over quantity over quality. That is one of the big mistakes. And The good side is that collaboration research, sharing data, and tool cross-disciplinary expertise is a good thing, because when we publish, when we share ideas, so we all can learn from each other, and so also our students can learn, can collect more knowledge. Okay. I'm gonna click this because this time is rolling. Can you go next, please? Basically, just a comparison. Yeah. One more. One more. Oh, I talked too fast. I forgot to tell you to click. This is the importance of sustainable education. And based on my research and also based experience, I come up with 3P of sustainable education. First, program. Program must design clearly practical and easy to understand. Student, teachers can easy to teach, and student also can easy to learn. And then process. Once the design study program has been designed well, it has to be implemented accordingly. Otherwise, the well-designed program worth nothing. And then people, teachers, are the key to make things happen. So right here, the teacher must have the right skill, and we must provide our teachers like proper training. And it's about people, especially the leader of the school, university, or in college, or in high school, principal or rector or president of the school must be equipped with resilient leadership. And which means that they have to go through hard time, they have to study, they have to have long-term vision, and how to deal with people, not just on research alone. And teachers, again, I'm not going to stress that, and it's the key to change and promote education, quality education. Of course, administrator have to know the program, what they offer. How many minutes? 1 minute? Okay, I just go next, the building partnership. Yes, building partnership. We all know this. We cannot achieve great things alone. So we have to cooperate with government, with business people, and community. Make sure everyone included, even different religion, different background. Yeah, we have to share vision. And last but not least, I always like this one. We all live in digital world. We all know this. The technology changed the world and changed so fast. However, we must not just rely on technology. We must teach our children with moral conduct, to know between right and wrong, and inspire them to do the right thing, choose the right thing to do. Educate their mind to love the good, to know the good, and prosper their heart to do the good, and teach their hand to do the good. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Watana. Indeed, no, we agree on one very important thing, and that is the harmony between our mind and our heart, no, as explained by our esteemed speaker. So we now go to our third speaker, or our third discussant, and he is, of course, a key figure in the Philippine higher education, particularly in ensuring quality, relevance, and innovation in teacher preparation. We are delighted to welcome Dr. Edgar G. Cue, the President of the Mountain Province State University.
Good noon, Vietnam. Thank you to our host university. A special mention to the 20 strong, gorgeous, hardworking Igorots who are with me. 10 and online, 10 and on-site. The topic that was given to me is the trailblazing success, pioneering strategies and insights for outstanding result in my university. We take pride in our commitment to sustainability, striving to create greener, more inclusive campus environment that serve as a model for our institution. By integrating environmental stewardship, resource efficiency, and community engagement into our operation, MPSU has cultivated a culture of sustainability that extends beyond the university borders. Through this platform, we aim to share our best practices, inspire meaningful collaboration, and contribute to the global dialogue on creating sustainable educational environment. It is then with immense pride and unwavering commitment that MPSU opened its doors to you today. We are here not only to celebrate our achievement, but to inspire meaningful action in the institutions worldwide. MPSU, sustainability is not merely a goal. It is an ethos interwoven into every facet of campus life, from energy-efficient infrastructure to waste management innovation and green learning spaces that inspire both student and staff to take active roles in preserving the environment and, of course, our culture. One of the best practice under curriculum and instruction, we have to engage MPSU faculty and students in project aligned with the regional development agenda, such as agricultural sustainability and healthcare that has a profound impact. It fosters collaboration between academic institutions and local communities, driving innovation, addressing pressing societal needs, and empowering the community. We also have the dissemination of research findings to community through extension services. Extension services enhancing practical impact, which resulted in knowledge transfer. MPSU has shared research insight with local farmers, conducting workshops on organic farming methods to improve agricultural sustainability, enhance soil health, and increase crop yields. Capacity building that targeted on training programs which have equipped faculty and students with skills in future thinking and strategic foresights. Community empowerment is very important, which has been achieved through our extension services, focusing on the marginalized group, such as the IPs or the indigenous people, by promoting food security and sustainable agriculture. We also have partnered with other state universities and colleges for a collaborative benchmarking activities. These collaborative benchmarking activities of the Mountain Province State Universities with state universities within the region, like the Nueva Vizcaya State University, Batangas State University, Romblon State University, ISU, the Isabela State University, and DIMSU, and including CLSU. It has a significant impact. The exchange of best practices, improved operational framework, enhanced collaboration and capacity building. These collaborative efforts not only improve individual institutions, but also strengthen the overall quality of education and service that we provide in the region. Curriculum review is participatory, which includes stakeholders, industry partners, alumni, students, and including parents. By involving diverse stakeholders, including faculty, students, and community representatives, the process has ensured that the curriculum remains relevant, inclusive, and aligned in both regional and global needs. This collaborative approach has enhanced the quality of education by integrating practical, real-world application and addressing the evolving demands of the industry and the community. Furthermore, it has empowered students and faculty by giving them a voice in shaping their educational journey, fostering a sense of ownership and commitment. MPSU Enhanced Review Programs, offering free of charge, has a remarkable impact on students' academic and professional development by providing comprehensive review sessions. Program equips students with knowledge and skills needed to excel in their respective fields, particularly in preparation for licensure exams. Additionally, the program reflects MPSU commitment to accessible education, its dedication to supporting students in achieving their goals. Through this initiative, MPSU not only strengthen its academic reputation, but also contribute to the holistic growth of our students. MPSU Enhanced Review Programs, offered being free of charge, has a remarkable impact to student, academic, and professional development. Such best practice continuously made impact on MPSU board performance rating that is above the national passing rate. By prioritizing funding for quality assurance, MPSU ensures its programs, processes, and service meet high standard, fostering trust and credibility among stakeholders. This allocation supports and continuous improvement efforts such as regular audit, faculty development programs, and infrastructure enhancements, which collectively enhance the learning environment and institutional performance. MPSU was a recipient of the Icons Award for its notable performance in the global ranking. The university strategically prioritizes its programs and projects aligned with quality assurance goals, with a specific focus on programs that are scheduled for accreditation and certification. As a result, we were awarded the following: the 100% program compliance in 2023 by CHEDCAR, and top performing school for level 3 reaccredited status in 2023. And we received the Prime HR Bronze Medal. The university implements a structured incentive program to encourage and support faculty participation in research activities. This initiative has significantly increased faculty involvement, fostering a dynamic and productive research culture by offering financial incentives, recognitions, and professional development opportunities. The university motivates faculty members to produce high-quality research publications and innovative studies that align with institutional and national research priorities. Moreover, the university actively assists faculty and researchers in IPR registration, included patent, copyrights, and trademark, to protect innovative research output. This ensures proper recognition of research contribution while fostering a culture of innovation and technology transfer. Additionally, faculty members benefit from training, workshop, and collaborative research projects. Extension activities are anchored on research findings, ensuring that the gap between academic research and practical community application. By grounding extension initiative in scientific research, the university ensures that its programs are evidence-based. The university promotes an inclusive and participatory approach to extension, recognizing the community engagement is vital for the success and sustainability of the project. The university formalizes partnership with memoranda of agreement with local government agencies, private organizations, and NGOs. The university also implements bloodletting activities. It stands as a remarkable example of best practices for sustainable campus and community engagement. MPSU exemplifies also its proactive approach to disaster response and recovery. The Ugugfu or Bayanihan spirit of the Mountain Province State University exemplifies a remarkable community-driven approach during the time of disaster. The Mountain Province State University flagship initiative, dedicating to uplift PDLs through education and meaningful extension activities. This practice embodies MPSU commitment to social responsibility. The certification recognizes invaluable support for this PDL. This program not only benefits the PDL but also highlights the university dedication to making education a right for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kwe, and for sharing to us the achievements of your university. Congratulations. And of course, for adhering to the SDGs, particularly on environmental and cultural preservation. Now we're on to our fourth speaker or discussant this afternoon. So our fourth discussant is an academic lecturer at the Institute of Technical Education of Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology. Let us all welcome Dr. Diep Phong Chi.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Diep Phong Chi from Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education. It's my honor today to be a part of this first table round discussion on pedagogical innovation and sustainable research. I would like to share with you some perspective on action-oriented teaching, bridging knowledge to action. My presentation will cover four following parts. First, a short introduction to the topic. Second, an overview of action-oriented teaching from German perspective. The third, how this approach can be applied effectively in graduate education. And finally, a conclusion. Let's begin with the introduction. As we all know, the graduate education today is under pressure to evolve, not only in terms of pedagogy, but also in terms of research. However, this transformation comes with some perils. For example, the rapid technological change burdens both lecturer and students. Second, now we sometimes have the imbalance between research productivity and the quality of graduate teaching. Some lecturers focus on publishing more than on teaching. We are facing with new challenges related to academic integrity. Especially with the rise of AI tools, the cheating in education and exams using AI. So besides the perils, we also should consider some pitfalls, such as, next please. We may have innovation, but they lack the strong pedagogical foundation, making them unsustainable in practice. And we sometimes focus on metrics or statistical data more than the really meaningful teaching and learning, the really meaningful educational impacts. Besides, our students struggle to connect theory and practice. And here are some pearls. Next, please. Here are some pearls and promising practice. We should integrate the pedagogical technology thoughtfully, and we should build the research, sustainable research capacity based on mentorship, peer review, and interdisciplinary collaboration. And especially, we should apply the pedagogical innovation pedagogical approaches that help our students develop their action competence, their creativity, as well as their problem-solving skills toward sustainable development. And I would like to share with you such an approach that is very famous in Germany as well as in Germany-speaking countries such as Switzerland, Australia. Action-oriented teaching in German they call handlungsorientierter Unterricht. That is a very well-known teaching concept in Germany and other German-speaking countries. And it originated quite a long time ago with the predecessor concepts of Pestalozzi, Frey, etc. You know the very famous quote of Pestalozzi, learn by hand and by heart. And action-oriented teaching is next, please. In this teaching approach, the student will create learning products through comprehensive action to develop their competence. Comprehensive action means that our student will take part in all phases of action, from finding information, blending and deciding for solution, and implementing, controlling, and even evaluating the result. Next, please. There are a lot of different definitions of action-oriented teaching discussed by many German authors. In general, action-oriented teaching can be understood as the learning product-oriented teaching concept associated with the situation related to profession, to society, and to locality, in which our students will create learning products and develop their competence. The comprehensive competence includes professional competence, personal competence, social competence, and their methodical competence. Next, please. And let's have a short look at the key characteristics of action-oriented teaching. In this teaching approach, our students will create learning products, and they can be material products. They also can be the verbal products that can be used, be presented, be introduced to the whole class. And it can be realized by many different teaching methods, such as project-based learning, case study, experiments, debates, role-playing, discussion, design, manufacture, etc. And it will be related to the situation, a profession or real life. Next, please. And it is the self-organized, self-responsible learning in which the student takes comprehensive action and the lecturer plays a leading, consulting, and supporting role. It is open teaching and learning in terms of learning place, in terms of organizing forms, in terms of teaching methods, as well as in terms of evaluation. And it will be related to the situation, and our students take the learn and study with all senses, with hand, with heart, in a balanced relationship. And how can we apply this approach in graduate education? The lecturer should design the assignment or the learning task in which our students will create learning products. They will identify, test, or apply the specialized knowledge in situation, into real life, into the professional context, in the local context, to create learning products. And these learning products should be related to sustainable development, such as saving resources, using recycled material, clean energy, renewable energy, or circular bioeconomy, using modern machines like AI robots to facilitate circular bioeconomy, etc. And here are some learning products of my graduate students in the fields of educational science. They make the product for the topic developing the positive environment, educational environment. You can see some slogan, save water, don't save smiles, because smile is the source of love. You can see slogan in many restrooms at our university, or the poster in school, plenty for tomorrow, save water. And here's also some learning product of our engineer student. For example, they make a robotic arm product to facilitate circular bioeconomy. They make a mini vacuum cleanser with reused material, or they make a wooden toy for children. And other, next please. Or they also can make the verbal learning products. For example, a presentation on wind power, or presentation to give their idea on environmental and human-friendly greenhouse, etc. Yeah. So to conclude, I just want to raise some key talks. Action-oriented teaching can help our students connect theory and practice, apply, test, or identify the theory in real life in practice. And pedagogical innovation as well as sustainable research are not trends, but it's our responsibility. And we should build a community of practice and deepen the link between theory and practice. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chi, for that comprehensive presentation on the importance of the teacher's skill to motivate students to create products for sustainability. And now we're on to our last discussant. So our fifth discussant is deeply involved in shaping the academic direction of a prominent Philippine university. Unfortunately, Dr. Jennifer D. Tukpi, the Vice President for Academic Affairs of the Lyceum of the Philippines University, won't be with us today, but we are fortunate still because she will be represented by Mr. Marlon Fortunato, the chairperson of the College of Business Administration. So let us welcome Mr. Fortunato.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. In behalf of our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jennifer Tukpi, who is still in transit to Ho Chi Minh. Hopefully, she will be with us this afternoon. So I am tasked to cascade to you, to walk you through with her presentation on this topic. Okay, so can we have the outline, please? I hope I can deliver her topic in 10 minutes so that I will not be reprimanded later. Okay, the outline reads, number one, highlight the impact of digital integration, including MOOCs and AI on graduate level teaching and learning. Number two, analyze current technological adaptation challenges in learner engagement, content curation, and completion rates in digital platforms and the roles of institutions on AI influence. Number three, discuss regulatory and institutional responses in the Philippine context, including CHED mandates and LPU's research and community service support systems. Number four, showcase transformative pearls in graduate research education, such as community immersion and student-driven initiatives that enhance relevance and social impact. Next slide, please. The impact on digital integration on graduate education. So the rapid growth of digital technology has significantly transformed graduate education, primarily through the proliferation of massive open online course, or MOOCs. These online platforms have made a vast array of educational contents accessible to graduate students worldwide, including those in the Philippines. The digital integration offers flexibility, variety, and opportunity for learners to enhance their professional skills remotely. However, with this abundance of information, the critical challenge lies in content curation, carefully selecting and organizing materials that aligns with the learner's needs and career goals. Next slide, please. A 2024 research article entitled Uncovering MOOC Completion, a comparative study of completion rates from different perspectives by Berkan-Selig and Korsat Kagiltai, published in Open Praxis, highlights the following findings. Enrollment drop-offs. 26.8% of individuals enrolled in MOOC-based programs never access the course content after registration, including initial barriers such as motivation, technical issues, or lack of clear purpose. Number 2, completion rates. Of those who begin the course, only about 44.05% successfully complete the program. The remaining 55.95% either remain engaged without finishing or become inactive. So what does this figure means? The data reflect that actual engagement and completion remain low. This points to deeper issues, perhaps lack of motivation, digital fatigue, or poor instructional design. The challenge is this, which must be addressed, we have to address to truly maximize online learning's potential. Next slide, please. On the technological adaptation, still on the implication for digital and flexible learning, while digital learning offers opportunities for broader access, maintaining relevance and engagement remains a challenge. For institutions like Lyceum of the Philippines University, a focus on developing dynamic yet sustainable content curation models that considers the following. 1, limited size of the graduate student population compared to undergraduates. 2, the cost. And 3, content volume. So institutions like LPU must find a balance, delivering rich, updated content without overwhelming students or overextending budgets. Our model is centered on affordability, accessibility, and aligning content with professional realities. Next slide, please. The goal is to strike a balance between affordability, accessibility, and relevance, ensuring that resources are efficiently utilized to support meaningful graduate learning experiences. Next slide, please. The influence of AI and the roles of institution. AI has the potential to enhance graduate education by making pedagogy more interactive and research more efficient, sustainable, and globally accessible. AI isn't just a tool, it's a transformative force. But we must navigate this carefully. That means establishing ethical guidelines, upscaling faculty, and ensuring AI enhances, not replaces, critical thinking and ethical decision-making in research. Next slide, please. Research community service and regulatory standards in the Philippines. The Philippine Commission on Higher Education mandated in 2019 that research is a minimum standard competency for all graduate students requiring publications for earning a graduate degree. LPU's Research and Innovation Center provides comprehensive support services, funding opportunities, and guidance to help students achieve successful research projects. LPU's Community Service and Learning Center works with the Graduate School for Research Immersion and Community Service Learning. I'm actually a recipient of funding from our COSEL, or Community Service and Learning Center, to conduct research in Masla, which I will present tomorrow. Next slide, please. graduate program's commitment to community-based research. The Claro M. Recto Academy of Advanced Studies, this is the graduate school of Lyceum of the Philippines University, anchors its graduate education on praxis-oriented model, promoting learning that transcends the classroom. Through community immersion activities, graduate students directly engage with marginalized sectors using research methodologies to assess, co-develop, and sustain intervention. Courses like Social Responsibility and Good Governance, or SRGG, require capstone fieldwork that targets real-world social and economic problems, from poverty alleviation to cultural preservation. Graduate students are guided not only to observe, but to design, implement, and evaluate projects with measurable outcomes tied to national development goals. Next slide, please. Merging pedagogy with social responsibility and sustainability. The program blends transformative education with sustainable development goals, SDGs, specifically SDG 1, no poverty, SDG 8, decent work and economic growth, SDG 11, sustainable cities and communities. Students serve as co-creators of solution using tools like SWOT analysis, community mapping stakeholders interviews, and sustainability planning. Ethical practice is foreground. Students are taught to respect indigenous knowledge, avoid extractive research, and prioritize long-term impact. The integration of cultural immersion, economic empowerment, and participatory action research ensures education is both relevant and resilient. 1 minute. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Pedagogical innovations. Integrating of community immersion in graduate research education. Graduate education at Lyceum of the Philippines University, Manila integrates community immersion as a core learning method. Students are required to go beyond theory by directly engaging with underserved communities, aligning academic rigor with practical social relevance. Example of programs includes Rise Up Together in one of the barangay in Pandacan, that's Barangay 857. We also have tourism advocacy in the Dumagat community, in General Nakar, Quezon, wherein the graduate students engage in multi-day immersion, including treks to Pasibo River and Naulan Falls, living with and learning from indigenous locals. Next slide, please. Can I go to slide 14 because I only have 1 minute left? Graduates as change agents and co-creators of knowledge. Graduate students in both the Bigasan Project and Dumagat Tourism Advocacy, another program in the graduate school, were not passive observers. They were not passive observers. They were designers, facilitators, and evaluators of community-based solutions. So these are some of the example programs taken by our graduate students. Next, please. Can I move to slide 16? The pedagogical shift from theory to contextual praxis. Graduate students applied theoretical frameworks such as social responsibility, good governance, and sustainable development in unpredictable community-driven settings. In practice, this means adapting, like, for example, conducting SWOT analysis, CSR models, participatory action research. And these case studies showcase a shift from textbook knowledge to embodied understanding rooted in empathy and critical engagement. Graduate research is the journey where one transformed into a cultivated, empathetic, adaptive, and sustainability-oriented leader. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Sir Fortunato. Really, this is a challenge. If you only have 10 minutes to talk, Of course, the presentation of Mr. Fortunato highlights the adaptability and compliance of schools, especially in the Philippines, to adhere to research requirements in graduate education. So I will be moving here, no, to the chair so that we will have the discussion. Of course, this is the highlight, no, of this roundtable presentation as we try to collect more pearls, no, from our discussants. We will do this very fast so that we will be able to satisfy our grumbling stomachs. So, first question to our first three discussants. So, apart from the challenges faced by the institutions that you represent, what cultural or intrinsic values can serve as the adhesive to propel your educational context forward? So we talk about a lot of sustainability, AI, advancements, etc. So we have to look into something that is internal, right? So Dr. Morales?
Thank you, Dr. June. In the context of the Philippine Normal University, we follow the three core values: truth, excellence, and service in all our tasks and responsibilities. In the aspect of sustainable research, we function as individuals who seek for projects and grants, big grants, so that it can help our graduate students, mentor them, and we were able to create a mentoring framework for research where we have cells, research cells, and so on, And some of our graduates are now leading research centers of different SUCs. These are products of our graduate program, graduate mentoring program in research.
Thank you. It's a very good point that you have raised. This is a talk about, before my role at the government, I also run a private university also. It's called Panyasastra University. University of Cambodia is a private school. We adopt a simple philosophy of former US President Bill Clinton. Most of you may have known him. We adopt share value, share benefit, and share responsibility. By share value, the school leaders must respect each other, all colleagues, professor, admin. So everyone wants to feel valued and respected. As a leader, a rector of university, and our job is to show that we respect them, we care about them. And that's a share value. Share benefit, that means that we have to make sure that our colleagues, our researchers, our professors that work with us, that they can grow, take the next step, what they have learned more. Make sure that they don't hit the ceiling yet, we increase the ceiling. When our staff, our researchers, our teachers feel that when they reach the ceiling, they stop motivated. Their motivation go low. So we find way to provide the proper training and appraise their performance. So we give dry promotion or liquid promotion. Dry promotion means we increase their position because people, want to grow. We don't just, like say, stuck in still. And then liquid promotion means that we raise their salary, make, fit what they do, what they sacrifice. And responsibility, yes. And here, each one of us, at our school, a private school, we take our role and tasks and responsibility seriously. And as rector, first we have to hold ourselves accountable. When our colleagues see that we hold ourselves accountable. So it's not easy to encourage them to hold themselves accountable. This is how we work together, achieve great goal, and keep education moving forward. Thank you.
Good noon, Vietnam. We are a community of scholars. So we are rich in ideas. We are rich in our minds. It is superfed with knowledge and learnings. But the problem there is the wallet. We don't have that funding. We do not have that much money to support those researches. So it's very important for presidents and administrators to have good relationship with stakeholders, both government and private. Having a leader with that kind of persona could easily fuel those minds and ideas of any institution. Secondly, we should always go back to our mandate. Going back to culture and at the same time to embrace technology. We're thinking of university of the future. So it is very important that there should be a good relationship of the leader and administration and staff, including the students that we serve, that you're on the same path, on the same road for that future. It might be the only one thinking of the future is the president or administrator, but it should be even including our stakeholders. In this kind of times that we're dealing with both the academe and the community, it is also very important that to put importance on research and extension, since we will not get wrong with those two pillars of the academe. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much to our first three discussants. Truly, the focus on what is really internal ultimately comes out, especially when we talk about resiliency, respect, growth, and at the same time accountability and nurturing relationships for us to be able to preserve also our cultural traditions. We now turn our attention to our fourth and fifth discussants, and could you share to us what you have learned from the pitfalls of the past, in terms of delivery of education, particularly advanced education, in your own institution? You may use the microphone in front of you.
Hello? Hello? Okay. I would like to share the experience from Vietnam. We have learned many lessons from the pitfalls in the past. For example, the COVID-19. In the COVID-19, all of us have the challenges in implementing the teaching and learning through pandemic. And how could we overcome these challenges? Our university has a strategy to develop online learning for a long time. We had the LMS, Learning System Management, online many years ago, and we have prepared for any cases when we, for example, when we face the challenges with COVID-19 pandemic. How can we overcome it? And our lecturer at my university got acquainted with LMS system as well as other forms of online teaching. We hadn't any limitation, we hadn't any difficulties in complementing our learning and teaching through the pandemic. That is the first point. And the second point, that all of us are facing with the new challenges in the AI era. In the macro approach, our Vietnamese government have considered the development of technology as well as AI as the crucial strategies of our country. We have a lot of fund for technology development. And in the middle approach, for example, at the higher education institution, for example, our university, our president, vice president, and other manager has the long-term vision to prepare for the AI development. We have funding for example, AI labs and many important labs for our students to have practice in studying. For example, we import the Tesla car from America for our students to have practice, to have an educational experiment in our workshop, etc. And we have a lot of system of technological labs as well as the practical facilitation infrastructure so that lecturer and student can connect the theory to the practice. And we also train our lecturer with pedagogical foundations, etc. And besides, we also draw the connection, the support from the enterprise, from the communities. Every year, we take the investigation with the enterprise to know how are they satisfied with our students, with our human resources after graduating, etc. So we have a lot of meaningful lessons drawn from the before in the past, even in the present. Yeah, that is some experience from Vietnam. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
On our end, still the concern is on the engagement level of students for those who are still implementing blended scheme, right? So since we are full online during the pandemic, now we are implementing blended modality, still the turnout or the engagement level of the students remains low. So there is a question whether students are really learning online. So that's the challenge among educators like us. So we have to carefully curate, as mentioned by our VPAA, design our curriculum in such a way that it would encourage higher level of engagement from our students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fortunato. Unfortunately, we do not have any more time left to further ask the audience to ask their questions, but let us give all our discussants a resounding applause for their sharing, for their intelligence and brilliance in the roundtable discussion for this day. So with this, I give the microphone to our MCs for the awarding of certificates.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That ends our first roundtable discussion. Again, another thundering applause for our dear speakers. Thank you so much, dear discussants, Dr. Morales, Dr. Vadana, Dr. Kwe, Dr. Chi, and Dr. Tukpi, represented by Sir Marlon Fortunato, and of course our lead discussant, Dr. Rosales. Now, to award the plaque of appreciation to our discussants, we are calling on stage our Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education and APCOR officials. We have Associate Professor Dr. Veranut Nisapatorn, School of Allied Health Sciences, World Union for Herbal Drug Discovery, Wailalak University, Thailand, and the co-chair of AGRAS 2025. Associate Professor Dr. Prihartono, the Director of Polytechnic Pixi Ganesha, Indonesia, and the Chair of AGRAS 2025 Research Awards. And of course, we have Associate Professor Dr. Chao Din Tang, Vice President, Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology Education. There you have it. Let me read to you the content of our plaque of appreciation. Certificate of recognition is awarded to Dr. Holbeng Banana, Undersecretary of State, Kingdom of Cambodia, in recognition of his role as a roundtable discussant for bringing forward-thinking ideas and facilitating an engaging and transformative dialogue during Asian Graduate Studies Summit 2025 with the theme Bridging Knowledge to Action, Transformative Graduate Education and Research for a Sustainable Asia, held on 21 to 23rd of May 2025 at the Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, given this 21st day of May 2025. Signed by Associate Professor Dr. Lee Hui Kyang, President, Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education, and Professor Ir Dr. Mod Jailani bin Modnor, Chairman APCOR University Technical Malaysia. Same certificates will be awarded to Dr. Morales, Dr. Marie Morales, Dr. Kolpeng, Dr. Edgar Kwe, Dr. Dip Bong Chi, and Dr. Jennifer D. Tukpi. All right, thank you so much. Woo, wow. And that concludes our morning session. But may I call in again on stage my partner today, Miss Song? Come here. Wow. Oh yeah, we can proceed to the center if you want to. Yes. So, how about that? How are you, Miss Song?
I'm still good. How about you? Are you hungry? Are you? That was such a loud noise. I don't think you're hungry. You still have a lot of energy. Okay, so let's now take in more energy for this afternoon section.
Yes.
And we now invite you to a luncheon at 12 o'clock. It is expected to be from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
But the time now is 12:46.
Yeah, so we are a little bit behind the schedule.
Exactly.
So maybe we can skip the networking part and we
Okay.
just focus on the lunch part so that we can catch up with the schedule in the afternoon. So,
What are those scheduled, Miss Song?
so I don't know what time we should start in the afternoon. Miss Director, can you tell me?
Maybe later we will announce the resumption of our program this afternoon. But yeah, we have two key activities, right?
Yeah.
What are those two key activities?
Yeah, after this lunch break, we will have two other key activities in the afternoon, the MOU signing ceremony and also the research boot camp sections.
Exactly. And please be reminded that you may only attend the breakout session you selected during pre-registration, as participation certificates have already been prepared accordingly. And kindly take note, ladies and gentlemen, of your assigned venue, which is now being flashed on screen. There you have it. Oh, the bootcamp is at 3 p.m., yeah? Okay. So there's your topic, speaker, and the venue. All right. And you may proceed to your session after the lunch break. That's 3 p.m. according to the schedule. 2 p.m. Yeah, thank you.
So we are also reminding everyone of the cultural welcome dinner happening at clothes for the welcome dinner tonight.
Yes.
And we are really looking forward to seeing you in the traditional dresses. Yeah. And after the research boot camp this afternoon, the shuttle buses will wait for you outside the main hall and take you to the dinner venue.
Yeah, right. Okay, the dinner venue will be announced a little later, but there will also be an evaluation on the last day of the event. And the link and QR code will be provided soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you, enjoy your lunch, and
See you later!
God bless everyone.